Next assignment. So today that another assignment is editing and color correction, right? So let us take the reference image. So from file, open. So I'll take this image, open. Okay, this is the image. On this you have to place one character. So open, assignments, effects based assignments, and I'll take this one, open. Okay, you have to place this character there and do the color correction. Suppose it is studio based photograph. So from two directions lights are focusing, from this side and this side. So that is the reason shadows are falling the both sides, right? So this is the example. Suppose this photo is taken and place it here. So in photograph lighting is coming from the back portion. So that is the reason shadows are focusing in opposite, right? And influence the whole body with the background lighting, right? We have to do as it is, but another background, right? So we want this pic. So first crop this one. Okay, and come here. Okay, I'll check the actual size of print size. Okay, this is okay. And image size I'll check 7 by 10 and 72 resolution. Okay, then first check the adjustments and brightness and contrast. So brightness is okay enough. Just I want a few contrast like a 5. I'm giving this also enough. Okay, then place this character here. So unlock this one and you have to remove this background, right? So the best option is here we have tools. Other different tools are there, but using pen tool is really helpful, right? So I'm using a pen tool P and I want suppose any color, any contrast color take. So orange or yellow color I'm taking, and fill color not required, and make the outline. So take this outline, right? So pen tool it's very important generally for any complex and detailed editing. So mostly we use pen tool, right? So pen tool is a very important tool. Even we have different tools are available to remove backgrounds. So mostly for the professional uh, editing, the pen tool is very helpful, right? So make it a bit faster. Yeah, so here so let us complete this first because it is the first step for this assignment. So the same way everyone have to follow and take any your interested pics. So my available reference I'm using here, and that too these pictures are not for the any commercial a purpose. I'm using these pictures only for the a teaching purpose, so to understand students for particular assignment, right? There is no any commercial activity with this. Okay. Okay. Yes. So first finish all these pen tool lines. Right, so up to here I'm using yes. So with some practice, really it is very easy, but it required some practice. I'm using anchor points. Wherever require anchor points are required, so there only you have to place to support the particular shape, not everywhere. Okay. Yeah, first trace it neatly, properly. So Control Z, it has some mistake done. So yes, again. So I'm using Alt and moving forward, right? Whenever the point is required, there only I'm using points. Okay. Yes. Right. So again, here to here. So again, here I'm using Alt, this point end point, here I'm using Alt, so that the pen tool is starting from there again. Okay. Okay. So then here. Yes. So here I'm using continuously pen tool to get the shape. Yes. Nice. Okay, so around the character place all the points, right? So then what we do, come to one image layer. So this is a shape layer, come to one image layer, okay, and suppose here, so first let us convert this into selection. So for that, keep this selection on shape layer only. You must be in the pen tool and right click and make selection. Suppose make selection and feather radius here, so give 0.2 to 0.5 between, so don't give the more feather, okay, 0.3 is enough, say okay. Now the selection is added, so your pen tool is converted into a selection. Now come to image layer, you are at a shape layer, come to image layer, okay. Suppose try to delete this one, actually you are deleting that image, we want inverse, right? Control Z. So how to do that? From select menu there is a inverse, right? Shift plus control plus I, or otherwise you are in the selection tool and right click, see here, select inverse. So now your selection is inversed, right? And delete this one, so deleted, this is nice. And still you have a selection, so to do deselect that one, control D, okay, and use any empty layer and drag that to down and fill any color. Suppose here foreground color is orange, I'm using alt backspace, okay, to check the image. And then delete this yellow line, this is not required now, select this one and delete, so this is deleted, okay. Now this is nice, and somewhere here the white space are there still, okay, white space are there, and here still some outline, just like it is outline. So what you do for that, I'm using control and click here, so the selection is added entire your object, okay. And from select, modify, and suppose contract, so here we are giving 1 pixel contract by, say okay. Now it is going bit inside, right? So then just delete this one, control Z, inverse, select inverse. Now delete this one, deleted that one, control D, deselect. Now this is your image, perfect image. And here remove this portion also, here I am removing with the eraser tool. I use eraser tool, smooth eraser tool, and opacity 100, and decrease the size, brush tool, eraser tool size, and erase this portion. So you can erase this. Nice. And increase the eraser size. And erase quickly. And if you want, you can increase more size, big size. Okay. Then here also. So decrease the eraser size and remove this one. Okay. And here also we'll do the same. Okay, and increase the size. That's good. And here, okay, yeah, this is nice. And here also do the same. So with the small eraser, we are erasing actually, that is right. Instead of that, you can use, if you want, pen tool again, but because it is a small area, no need to use pen tool again. So instead of that, I am using eraser tool and erasing this portion. Okay, this is nice. And drag this image and drop here. This is nice. And you can remove now, delete, and no need to save this one. Done. And lock the background. Suppose lock the background, so it should not move, and come to here, and we have to place this one. So decrease the size, Control T, okay, and decrease the size, and we have to place a suitable area. Suppose here I am planning somewhere here the area, because it's in a perspective, it is in eye level. This eye line is here, it is the eye line is, so his west area here, it has the eye line. So yeah, I think it is good. This is the right place. Yes, this is the right place, and I'll check the actual perspective. This is good. Okay, so here I'll place, but reduce the size. So I'm using shift and reduce the size. Suppose the same person standing there, and the size, his size, proportionately we have to match. Suppose this is the railing, side railing, so if you place beside this one, this height should be at waist level here, right? So I think this is right size. Okay, so we keep this here. Yeah, now it is okay. So here some adjustments you have to do, right? Keep this here, otherwise there is a place. Yeah, here we have a place. Okay, okay, now what I'll do, fix this one, give the tick mark here. Now it is fixed. Now what we have to do, we have to make the step properly here, because it is in air, right? So keep this step down or up. So what I'll do, select this portion, the selection tool, select this portion here to here, okay, and Control T, keep this here, yes, bit and top edge, say okay, and Control D, deselect. Now this is nice. So his foot is an edge of the step. Now it is good. The next movement you can place down, right? Now this foot is an edge. This is nice. Okay, then what you do, one time give Control S, it is saving as a PSD, and editing and color correction, right? And desktop PSD. Say okay. Now we have to match the colors. Here we have the side flames are there, and from top the blue lighting should fall on the head, and of course the this reflection should fall on the knife sword, and this lighting should fall on the foot also, right? Let us do all these things. First, improve some brightness here. Select this one. Suppose here character, and go to image menu, adjustments, brightness and contrast. So brightness is bit, yes, the 2, yeah, this is okay, brightness. And okay, and the contrast is instead of contrast, what I'll do, yeah, log this one for timing, and I'm using control and keyboard and click here. Okay, so then create one more layer here. So layer created, and what I'll do, with eyedropper tool, take this color, see this blue color, so lighting coming from top, this is the blue color, and here I'm using B brush tool, the smooth brush, soft round brush, and this opacity I'm giving 50%, suppose, yeah, 50 or 49 something, right? Okay, and increase the brush size, so I'm using right bracket, and here, so I'm placing the color here, yeah, up to here. Okay, yes. Then what I'll do, here I'll take this color, so this yellowish reddish, this lighting, something like this one, otherwise this reddish lighting, yes. And again I'm using B brush tool and add this one because it is beside the light, so more light should focus on edge and here, so here on belt and this one here. Okay, fantastic. And suppose here also I'll do the same color, of course, and sword. This is nice, and up to here on the hand reflection, and suppose here also I'll do. Okay, this is nice, and yes, and here on sword up to here I'll do, yes, is good. And some blue color also should fall on the shoe, so let us take this one, and I'm using this blue and tip, yes, this, okay, and I'll use Control D and deselect, and see, this is here what we do, instead of a normal layer, so change this to another layer, a blend, suppose here. So these are the options. So multiply is there, and color burn, and this is linear burn, and you have to check all these things. So overlay and soft light overlay, I think overlay is more better. So instead of all, yeah, let us take this overlay. Fantastic. Now see, without this and with this, see, it is falling on the hand, the both side hand and sword, and blue on the head and tip of the shoe. Okay, right. So if needed, add some blue on head. Suppose B I am taking, so B. Okay. Okay, and here I am giving more light here. Here I am giving. Okay. It's nice. And Control D, deselect, and Control S. Okay, this is nice. Okay, so this is next. What I'll do, we have to create shadow, his shadow. Okay, so give the name. So this is lighting, and log this one, and duplicate this layer. Control J I'm using, drag this down here. Okay, here it is. So name it character shadow, HATOW, character shadow. Okay, now what we'll do, use Control T, transform tool, and keep this here down. Okay, and move this bottom, and should fall on, because lighting is coming from top, main lighting, and here it is, right? So it should be an a perspective, and 6 steps are here, the folded steps. The shadow also must be like, okay, must be like. How to do that? After this, right click and choose here perspective, suppose. So I'm using perspective, and change this to here, change this to here, right? So, and again right click and use distortion and wrap. So wrap I'm using. So with wrap, what we'll do, it is giving some wrapness, it is folding, right? So folding, okay, and again right click and distortion. So yeah, this is okay, and again right click and suppose skew. Let us check all different things, and again perspective, distortion. Yes, here it is. Okay, okay, say okay. Then what we'll do, I'm using control and keyboard and click here. So select everything. Then what you do, with eyedropper tool, select the darkness. It is for the shadow. So this is, and I'm using Alt backspace, right? And Control D, deselect. And now what we'll do, give some blurriness. Go to filter and blur, and I'm using Gaussian blur, okay, and reduce the radius of that. Let us say this is yeah, 2, okay, and the shadow, under shadow, the steps texture should visible, because it is thick a shadow, but through shadow the steps texture, the cracks on steps should visible, right? So what we do for that, select this character shadow layer, and again use, instead of normal layer, you can choose different blend, layer blend, right? So let us say overlay, and soft one, a hard one, and these are, so I'll check one by one. I think this hard lighting and soft lighting is okay. Multiply. Yeah, I'm taking this hard light, right? So a hard light, after this, if you want, you can use the a bit opacity. So here I'm taking 80, and log this one. This is nice. Okay. Then Control S, okay, and save this one. So as a PSD I saved already. Now I'm saving as a JPEG image, right? Save a copy, choose the JPEG, save this one, right? So this is the assignment for today. Let us open this image. Yeah, this is, and this original one is this one. Keep these two side by side, not this one actually. Yeah, this is, yeah, keep these two side by side, then we'll understand. See, this is right, this is the original pic, and we edited and added color correction, right? So this is the assignment, and you also have to practice, then we'll understand, right? So I'll explain another assignment in next class. Okay, thank you.